Welcome back to a brand new episode of CountryLine TV. I'm Natalie Cox, and this week I'm in the studio in Nashville, in the heart of Music City. We are bringing you some interviews from some of your favorite artists. Now, we have a great show for you this week. You are going to want to hang around because later on the show, Adrena managed to catch up with Jordan Davis over in London when he was over there to support his album launch. Very exciting. He's a big, big fan of the UK, as we will find out. But right now, I got a chance to sit down with Matt Cooper a couple of weeks ago. He was doing a showcase right here in Nashville. He's an amazing artist. And as soon as I found out that two of his favorite artists are Ed Sheeran and Mumford & Sons, both British acts, I thought, well, I'm the person to go and have a chat with him. Check it out. We are here at the Analog at the Hutton Hotel in Nashville. Matt Cooper, literally fresh off the stage.
Fresh off the stage.
From Soundcheck.
Yes.
It sounded amazing.
Thank you so much.
I have to say, I had a little sneak peek of the show.
You did, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Thank you so much.
Are you pumped for today?
I'm so pumped. We don't do a lot of full band stuff.
Right.
Well, right now we're not doing a lot of full band stuff. Me and my buddy Jordan are going on a radio tour right now. Okay. So it's just acoustics. So when I have the full band, it's game time. I love it. It's so much fun.
We walked in, and I must say, I was listening to Highs and Lows, which we will talk about in a minute, the acoustic one. And so then when we walked in here and it was full band, I was like, are we in this is a rock show? And so like, it's pretty cool.
We like to switch it up. We have, the cool thing about Highs and Lows is that the live version that we do is different than either version on Spotify. Different than the acoustic, different than the original.
Just like to keep the audience on their toes.
Yeah, I got to keep them on the toes. Keep them never, they never guess.
Okay.
You know? So it's a lot of fun. We have a fiddle player, which is really cool. But you don't get that in the original song. So
this is very exciting. Mm-hmm. Let's just go back to the beginning. Tell us how you got into music. You're originally from Florida.
Yep.
And tell us how you ended up here.
Yeah. So born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. I grew up with amazing family and stuff like that. I got into music around 6th grade. I got into it because one Christmas I saw my mom playing piano. Mm-hmm. She was playing Heart and Soul on the piano. And I just thought it was super cool. I was like, getting to see my mom playing piano. I've never seen her be musical at all. And I got to see this. And I went home that night and I just started searching on YouTube how to play piano. And I learned Heart and Soul. And the cool part is the next Christmas I got to play Heart and Soul in front of her, which was kind of cool. So I grew up kind of doing the music thing. I really
First off, I'm just going to interrupt though because I'm very impressed with this because I tried to teach myself the piano on YouTube and failed. So you managed to do it in a year.
Sing to piano. You just the notes come down and you just press.
This is amazing. You obviously had it in you, right?
Well,
you're self-taught.
I'm self-taught. I learned quickly, which is kind of cool.
Okay.
But I don't know. People are like, is it a gift? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if hey, I'll take it.
So you started with the piano. How did you end up doing guitar? Country?
I loved Ed Sheeran when I got to middle school. I loved Ed Sheeran and Shawn Mendes. And I learned guitar because I just wanted to impress all the middle school girls. Like I was like, I'm going to be Shawn Mendes. I'm going to be Ed Sheeran. I'm going to sing them all the love songs and they're going to fall in love with me. And it didn't work at all. Didn't work at all. I realized I wasn't very good at all, but I still learned. So it was just YouTube. And then when I got to high school was when my mom just started introducing us to country music and fell in love with Dan and Shay and Rascal Flatts. And then, the rest kind of fell through.
I get high and I feel low. I'm real rich, but I'm real broke. Trying to find someone to hold me together. I get lost but never found. Reach the stars and hit the ground. This whole life has knocked me down, down forever.
Tell us about Highs and Lows because there is a bit of a sad story behind this, isn't there? And I'm sorry to bring the mood down slightly, but I really liked, when I read about this, I really liked it because I feel like there's a lot of people out there who this will resonate with. Tell us about sort of this history behind it.
Yeah. So the Cliff Notes is about 2 years ago, I lost my mom, which was just like, it wrecked me. Mm-hmm. And nobody really teaches you about grief or how to handle it. But I was recommended this therapy class. And as a dude, I'm like, therapy class? Like, what? Are you kidding me? I'm a dude. I'm not going to go to therapy class.
I'm going to go to the bar and drink beer instead.
But I was sad and I didn't know what else to do. And so I went to this therapy class. And this is a true story. I would literally walk through the door and this guy stood up and he said, hey, my name is so-and-so. I get high all the time when I feel low. I've done drugs from A to Z and the Lord's been good ever since. And I was like, come on. Like, that's a bar right there. Come on.
Let me just write this down.
Let me get a second. Can you just say that one more time? And after the class, I got to hear his story of what brought him in that night, and I got to share my story of what brought me in that night. And I went home, and at 2 a.m. in my room, I just wrote the song Highs and Lows. And it's one of those songs, it's like, it's fun, but every time I sing it, it's like healing for me a lot. So, yeah.
Your mum must be very, very proud of you.
Oh, well, I know she is. She's up there looking down, so.
I love that. So what's next on the horizon then? So we've got a nice big showcase tonight, which is going to be amazing. I can't wait to hear all of the songs. It's going to be great. You said you're on a radio tour. How's that going?
It's going great. It's exhausting, but it's great. I love it.
What is that? What's a radio tour like for those of us that don't know?
It's Monday through Friday. We're in 2, maybe 3 cities a day, and we are just interviewing and sharing songs and sharing my story. And it's just a grind. And we love it because we get to see so many new cities and we get to sing these songs. Like it's I look back and I'm like, this is my job. Like, how cool is this?
That's cool.
So it is tiring, but that's what we're doing. And so the next thing is, we're trying to highs and lows. Like, we want to get it radio. We want to get it out in the world, and then, start releasing some more singles after that, and hopefully an album. So.
I was going to say, is there a full album on the horizon?
I think there is. That's what I've been told. They're nodding their heads. Yes.
There's the people that know just over here
there
are
is.
nodding their heads. That's very exciting.
Yeah, we're excited.
Well, thank you for having a chat with us. Congratulations on everything.
Thank you so much.
I love your music. It's my kind of country Americana kind
Heck
of
yeah.
Music. So, and tonight is going to be really, really fun. So thanks for letting us be part of this.
Thanks for having me.
I just love Matt Cooper's sound, I have to say. And like he said, no show is ever the same. So if you do get a chance to go and see him play live, you will not be disappointed. Trust me, you're in for a treat. That show at the Analog that I caught was amazing. The full band, the fiddle player, it was just absolutely incredible. So definitely check him out if he's coming to a town near you. We have Matt's latest music video coming up later in the show, but right now we're going to head to commercial and we'll see you very soon. This is CountryLine TV. I'm Natalie Cox. Welcome back. Like I said earlier in the show, we have a fantastic interview with Jordan Davis coming up. But right now, I'm going to step outside because Paul is going to speak to Austin Snell right here in the studio and find out all about his brand new EP.
Welcome back to CountryLine TV. Paul Ogletree here with you in the studio in Nashville, and we have Austin Snell in the house. What's going on, man?
Not a whole lot, man. Just enjoying this good weather we're finally getting.
Yeah. We're having ourselves a little false fall.
I think
here
it's
in
just
Nashville.
teasing us, though. I think it's going to get hot again before it gets.
That's exactly what's going to happen.
cold.
Yeah, that's. I mean, it's funny. We're like, oh, it's so nice. We're both still in short sleeves, right? Like we're both it's still summertime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the false fall. We got below 90 today for the first time in like 4 months, 3 months, something like that.
And no rain either. It's been raining all year too.
I know, yeah. So here we are. But yeah, we're in the studio, and you, speaking of which, this summer, you had a big summer. You just released your most recent EP, Home Sweet Hell.
That's right, yeah.
And it's 7 songs. And so let's go through the title, right? Home Sweet Hell. How did this, take me through this, Austin, take me through this.
So the title kind of came last minute. We knew we were going to do an EP this year, but a really good friend of mine, her name's Nicolette, and she's also an artist herself, but we write a ton together. And we were writing late last year, and one of the lines that we wrote in the song was called Home Sweet Hell. And we took it out of the song because I told her, I was like, we got to write that song because it's a song in itself. And our publishing company, we take a company retreat every year. So we were in the Dominican this year in January. And she was there, and we got to talking about the song and this and that. And we were like, we got to write this song in like a really, really dingy like hotel, motel vibe. And most rights, like I'm sure you know, most rights in Nashville are like in a big building like this, and it's like very corporate. And so we wanted to get into like a really dingy space, and so we booked a right in a Motel 6 in Nashville.
Oh my God!
And wrote that song at like I think we finished it at like 3 a.m. And we were just smoking cigarettes and drinking vodka, and we wrote the song. So that's kind of what started it, and we wrote the song, and it felt super special. And I wanted the EP to be kind of around more of my story growing up, just because, we've written a lot, and I feel like people still have a lot to learn about me and my past and how I grew up and how I was raised. And so that's kind of what the whole gist of the EP is.
Yeah, it's kind of an ode to you being from Georgia, time in the Air Force, time in Nashville,
sure.
The whole kind of life story from there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, there's, I'm sure you're the same way. There's bad parts about where you grew up, and there's good parts. And so, you got to tell that story, and I'm trying to tell that story. And I mean, there's a lot of things that I'm proud of where I came from too, and it's not all bad. Obviously, Home Sweet Hell is a very deep story, and kind of digs into some childhood memories and traumas and stuff. But I grew up in a very nice small town, and I'm super proud of that. So I still grew up in the whole cliche country twang thing, and there's songs like that on the EP too. So I'm just trying to tell the whole story.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's all about. That's the whole point of songwriting. They always say like your first EP, your first album is kind of this is you, right? You can grow the craft, you can figure out, get different influences, but the first one is kind of not necessarily that it defines your career, your sound, but it's normally the youngest, the most honest time in your kind of musical career from there.
Yep.
And then you're going to tour on this. You're going to go out and start playing these songs for the fans.
Yeah, this will be, I think, my third headline tour. We started out with the Muddy Water Rockstar tour, and then we did the Still Bleeding tour last year. So yeah, this is the third one, and this is my favorite time of the year. We play a lot of big festivals throughout the year. We did Stagecoach this year. And it's cool to dial back, and even if you're playing for less people, playing for the folks that buy your tickets and they're coming to support your music is always super sick. So we're all fired up for it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, and I feel like it's one of those deals where, like you're saying, you've done the festival circuit, you've done kind of a couple of tours, and now it's like you got the EP,
for sure.
You got your sound, you're out there, and this probably is one of the most exciting times because you know exactly what you're going to do.
And we're bringing good friends of mine out too. We got Fox and Veed coming out. They were out with us last year. And a friend of mine, Brandon Wisham's coming out with us too. So
okay,
those two are just super talented and they're great people. So it's gonna be a rock show for sure.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I meant to mention this, but the folks who produced your album also produced Brantley Gilbert and Jelly Roll.
That's right.
So it's kind of that country rock, that kind of alternative.
Yeah, man.
That
high
kind
energy, and the show's the same way too. I mean, I love playing live shows, and I didn't ever think I would because I didn't ever really see myself playing shows. I moved to town and thought I was just going to be a songwriter, and that's kind of just where I've gotten. That's what I fell in love with first is songwriting, and so I didn't really know how to play a live show when I moved here. I played my first one at Whiskey Jam when I moved here. That was the first time I ever played live for anybody.
Really?
And so I've had to learn a lot about playing live, and you have to bring energy. So that's what we try to do.
That was Paul chatting with Austin Snell. As they said, Home Sweet Hell. Austin's EP is out now. Go and check it out. Join us after the break as we pop over to London, my hometown, to catch up with Jordan Davis on the road. See you then. Welcome back. You're watching CountryLine TV. Now, if you are a regular viewer of the show, you will know that we have a free app that you can download to watch all the bits of the interviews that didn't make it into the show. It's only a half-hour show. We have to cut them down sometimes. So go to your app store, download the app for free, and you can catch up on all the bits behind the scenes. There's music videos galore, interviews, articles, everything that you could possibly want if you're a country music fan. Also, give us a follow on social media. We are on all of them. You can find us by searching for the handle CountryLine TV. Now, we're going to pop over to London right now to see my friend Adrina. She caught up with Jordan Davis while he was over there to celebrate his brand new album launching. Check it out here.
Hey guys, we're here at CountryLine headquarters in London with none other than multi-platinum artist Jordan Davis. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me on.
It is so good to have you back in the UK. It has been a minute.
I know. I'm excited to be back. The last tour over here was so much fun. The shows were unbelievable. So now having a brand new record, being back over here, it's pretty special.
Absolutely. And you just dropped that record on Friday. So I kind of feel like you did that just for us.
100%.
Yeah. And you're here to celebrate. And
yeah.
This is what I love about UK fans and their love for country music. You came here to play one special show to celebrate. And we said, no, we need more. So then there was two. Now, how many sold out shows are you playing this time around?
And now we got 3 on the album release. And then, we announced the tour that starts in February over here a couple days ago. And I think now we're getting close to that being sold out. And it's something that, I've just been saying that, we're going to try to get over here once a year. Mm-hmm. The fans have been so good to me, and I've got to return the favor. Yeah,
and build a fan base you have, because one of your singles off the new album, I Ain't Saying, was #1 in the US and the UK. And you broke UK records by having the #1 spot 8 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
beating out other artists like Sabrina Carpenter, who we love. She's been on about 4 weeks. You've been on for 8 weeks.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, like, that was so much fun to watch. But yeah, I mean, I just can't. I mean, I'm humbled. I'm so grateful to the fans over here. I mean, it really is. It's one of those things that, like, you know, I didn't think it was real. Every week they would call me and be like, "Yeah, man, it's still there." I would be like, there has to be some kind of mistake here. Like, but it is. It's a special thing, and that's definitely one that I'm looking forward to kicking off and playing when we get back over here.
Yeah. So with this new record, what is something that you brought this time around that was different than before?
I think, you know, we wanted to have fun making this album, and I wanted to do something sonically that I had never done before. You know, for a fan that has been with me going back to Home State, my first record, you know, something new, a new sound, you know, just something different. And I feel like I did that with Louisiana Stick and Good Gone Bad. You know, South Louisiana, my home state, has such an influence on me, the soul, the blues of South Louisiana music. So being able to kind of capture a little bit of that in those two songs was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. And I imagine it must take, because your other albums were so successful, I mean, history making, award winning, and it must feel good that you've released, I think, about 6 songs off this new album already, that they've been so well received. You know, you've got number ones. That must take some of the pressure off when you're, to know that everyone's already loving it.
A little bit. Not, you know, it's still like so nerve-wracking releasing a brand new project, because, you know, you just never know. You know, we felt good about it. I was really proud of how this record turned out. But yeah, Bluebird Days did really well for us. And, you know, and I think too, it's, I didn't want to just go in and be like, well, this is a good blueprint, let's just kind of redo this. I never want a fan to think that I cashed it in or just went with the wash, rinse, repeat method. So yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking to go in and you know, make a record that feels a little bit more organic and kind of do some different things on it. But yeah, so far, you know, we're 2 or 3 days into it, and the reaction has been really, really cool.
What an absolute superstar. Straight off the plane from Nashville, straight into the Soho studio with Adrena. Jordan Davis, we absolutely adore you. We've got more from that interview coming up just after these. This is CountryLine TV. Now, before the break, we were over in England chatting with Jordan Davis about his new music. Now, Adrena managed to ask him about one of his favorite pastimes, which is, of course, fishing, and a little incident that he had very recently. Check it out here.
Now, before we continue, I want to make sure your hand is okay to be playing all these songs, because I saw on your socials one of my fishing nightmares.
Oh, I know.
You had the lure through your hand.
Yeah, it got me. So I went on a fishing trip so me and Dirks have been doing a fishing trip the last couple of years, and we go up there with some friends of ours that have been really good to us, and they take us up. We're in British Columbia, and a buddy of mine hooked a fish, and I reached down to grab him, and somehow it went from the fish into my hand and stuck me pretty good.
So quick.
Yeah, really
but
quick.
you don't really have a scar or anything.
No, I think I'm good.
How do you get the barb out? Because you can't pull it. You have to
So luckily,
cut it and then...
I got really lucky that if you're fishing the rivers in British Columbia, you can't have a barbed hook. So you can only have a barb if you're in the ocean. So luckily, we were in the river. So went in clean. It came out fairly clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you know.
And the fish got away?
The fish was fine. Oh, the fish was the best of all the parties involved. He was, you know, he swam off no problem. But yeah, that one got me pretty good. And you know, I did it to myself because I had talked about how it'd been a long time since I'd had a good hook.
Yeah.
So,
are you accident prone then?
Not really. I've been like super, for as much as fishing as I've done this year.
Yeah.
I've been super lucky, but that one got me pretty good.
International superstar Jordan Davis there in London chatting with Adrina. We absolutely adore him and can't wait for him to go back to the UK next year. If you manage to catch Jordan on the road this summer, because he was all over America, then you know full well the man is just absolutely awesome and does a fantastic live show. He's got new music on the way by the sounds of things as well, so we're very, very excited for that. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for this week, but we're going to leave you with Matt Cooper's latest music video, and we will be back same time, same place next week. We will see you very soon. Take care.
I lay all my troubles down, down forever. Went by when I saw him again. I said, sir, how's it been? And he just smiled. I've been high and I've been low. I